Read confirmation uniform 2047 Zulu, wind 260 at 8, visibility 10, few clouds at 15,000, temperature 19er, dew point 9er, altimeter 29er, 9er 4. Visual approach, runway 31 right in use. Landing and departing, runway 31 right and 31 left. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions, all departures right ground control or departure request. Alright, let's contact tower on 119.8. Advise on show contact, you have uniform.
Read ground, this is twin Cessna, 799er Victor Delta, with information uniform at Discovery Air, and we'd like flight following to Oceano, that's Lima 52.
Twin Cessna 799 Victor Delta, read heavy ground, runway 31 right, deck via Zulu.
Runway 31 right, via Zulu, 9er Victor Delta. Turn coordinator and heading indicator are working. Magnetic compass is working as well.
Twin Cessna 9er Victor Delta, squawk 6316, departure frequency 120.1.
Squawk 6316 and departure frequency at 120.1.
Have a good flight, see you.
Okay, so the propellers will forward, 1700, and alternators check into the mags for the left, mags to the right, to the prop, cycle 3 times, check the vacuum pressure, oil temperature, and pressure, and then throttles are back, trim set, flaps, 0, doors and windows latched. Read tower, twin Cessna, 799er Victor Delta, ready for departure.
Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, read over tower, right downwind, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 31 right, right downwind, clear for takeoff, 9er Victor Delta. Pitch, step, roll, mixture, throttle, prop. Gear up, flaps up, identify, verify, feather.
Push us on?
Stunts are on. Bells on takeoff, gear down, throttle back, ahead.
Recovery 18 kilo squawk VFR.
And a full pressure good, RPM good, fuel flow is good.
Squawk VFR, 18 kilo.
Wind is right down the runway for the most part. Airspeed is alive. 90, pulling back. There we go, we're off. Tap the brakes. Here come up. Hold the throttle.
And tower command 6343 Papa is ready for departure northeastbound.
Okay, we're going to bring it's a 1,000-foot check, bring the throttle back to 25 inches of manifold pressure, approximately. Now we're going to bring the prop back 25 on the right there. Sorry, on the left, and then also on the right. Manifold pressure back up, 25.
9er Victor Delta traffic, 11 o'clock, about 2 miles, same direction, 3,200 is mall.
So 9er Victor Delta will be looking for that traffic.
Remember 9er Victor Delta, Roger, you can contact NorCal departure 120.1, good flight.
120.1, thanks. NorCal approach, this is twin Cessna, 799er Victor Delta, 2,200.
799er Victor Delta, NorCal, departure radar contact, San Jose, altimeter 29er, 9er 4, remain at North Highway 101 until San Martin, stay altitude climbing 2.
So 9er Victor Delta, we're going to climb to 5,500, remain north of 101. some parachuters coming out pretty soon. There's the airport right there.
They're jumping over Hollister or South County?
South County. Oh, there they are. See them? Can you get them on the video? See the guy? Parachuter right there. 2 of them.
Not at all.
Parachuters.
Well, there they are.
Yeah.
Well, there's what?
4 of them. Very cool. You want to record? It's
Well, they're
recording.
behind the wing now, so.
That's pretty cool.
Niner Victor Delta, all traffic no factor, contact NorCal approach 124.52.
124.52. NorCal approaches Twin Cessna 799 Victor Delta 5500.
Twin Cessna 799 Victor Delta NorCal approach place altimeter 2999.
2999. So theoretically, as we use fuel out of this, the fuel in our main tank should actually go up.
Why would it go up?
So essentially the way that the fuel system works in the 310 is that it actually returns fuel as it uses it, but it returns it only into the main tanks, right? So if you just are off the main tanks, the fuel draws out of the main tanks as much as it needs and then it returns, right? So that's good. However, if you switch to auxiliary tanks, the fuel will drain out of the auxiliary tanks, but then returns only to the main tanks. So if your main tanks are full and you start on the auxiliary tanks, then you just push that returning fuel out and you're pushing fuel overboard. So it's always important to run on your main tanks if they're full first, and then for an hour, and then switch to your auxiliary tanks, so that when the fuel returns from the auxiliary tanks, it has a spot to go in the main tanks.
And then what if the critical engine dies? Even if that's the other one?
So, essentially, if you watched my video on multi-engine maneuvers, you'd see that I shut down the critical engine and I fly around with the engine stopped.
So why do they call it critical if it's not really actually critical?
Oh, well, okay, so
that
why?
Makes it sound real scary.
Well, it is the critical engine because it is the more important engine, and the reason for that is because of the turning tendency of the aircraft. Essentially, there's an equal and opposite reaction for every action. So the propellers, they spin clockwise, right? So they want to go this way if we're sitting in the airplane. What does that mean? So that means the airplane is going to go to the left. Now, what happens if the left engine dies? Well, then we have something called asymmetric thrust. That engine's dead. It's like an anchor, and it's going to start making us go to the left, okay? That engine is spinning clockwise, which also makes us want to go to the left. And so that is why it's critical. There's more reasons why we're going to have asymmetric thrust if that engine dies.
Is that insurmountable, though?
Nope.
Southwest 2483 contact.
Obviously not if you're able to fly with it.
That's correct. Now,
But you're also really strong.
okay, but there's a limit to how much rudder authority you have, and it's more of a problem. It's more critical when you are taking off, because now you're also at a high angle of attack. So you have the P factor, you have the equal and opposite reaction factor, and then you have asymmetric thrust. So you have three things working against you on takeoff. That critical engine dies, as opposed to the right engine dying. It has only one thing working against it, which is asymmetric thrust.
Are you still supposed to push down if your engine goes out on takeoff?
Yeah, of course. Flaps down.
Considering 100 Yankee, contact Oakland Center 128.7, good day. 27, 190 Eastbound.
I gotta bring the gear on, or down rather. Pumps are on. So, boost pumps on. Gear's down. Gas is on a full tank. Prop and set. Landing checklist complete.
Number 9 Victor Delta, use caution as the aircraft just north of Oceano descending into the airport out of 1,500 indicated. Radar system terminated, squawk VFR, change advisory frequency approved.
9 Victor Delta will look for that traffic and squawk VFR, change to advisory frequency. Oceano traffic, this is twin Cessna, 7900 Victor Delta, 3,400 feet, about 7 miles southeast of the airport for landing on 29, Oceano traffic. Don't see the airport at all. Oh, there it is, I see. Yeah, we're turning right for it. And right for it. Oceano traffic, this twin Cessna, 7900 Victor Delta, 2,500 feet, 6 miles, 6 mile final for runway 29, Oceano traffic.
Oceano traffic, Warrior 29 General Bravo is turning final 29er, Oceano.
Alright, boost pumps are on. Gas are on full tanks. Undercarriage is down. 3 greens. Fixtures are set for 2 and props are full forward. Landing checklist complete for the second time. Oceano traffic, Twin Cessna 700 Victor Delta is on a 4.5 mile final for runway 29, Oceano traffic. So there's gusts and there's some wind, so this might be a slightly difficult landing. Oceano traffic, 9 Victor Delta is on a 2.5 mile final for runway 29, Oceano traffic. Just above blue line.
Good job. A little gusty right before you got to the runway, huh?
Yep.